again, this is Rebecca from PegaFemBlog. I am working on the low code builder mission on Pega Academy. This is exercise number 6, approval view. So as a CSR, I want to review transfers and customer account information so that I can ensure that the requested transfers comply with lending policies at U+. During the initial release, CSR reviews each balance transfer to either approve or reject. In a future release, it'll be on an automated process. That's fine. The description, you want to configure a view for the approve reject step to display the fields listed in the following table, organized into 3 views identified. Entries without a listed field type are reused fields. Then add the views to the main view for the step. Okay, so we're in our case. We are going to be creating views. So according to our instructions, we need to create 3 views, one called account details, transfer details, and the last one approval details. So let's go to views. Let's create, they want us to use the form view. So this would be, our first one is called account details. In the instructions, I want to show this to you because I don't want you to get confused. So we have a view here called account details, and we have fields, right? Account number through maximum transfer allowed, but there's no field type. What does that mean? That means that you already created this, so there's no need for you to create a new one. You're just going to call the ones you already created, right? So let's do that. Okay, so we're going to create it. We already have a default view. If you recall, we created that, but we need to create one for the review section, the approval and rejection screen. So it's kind of like a review for the customer service representative. So we're going to create a new view. Okay, so we open that. This will be called again, account details. It brought over the properties we already had, right? What we're going to add to this is available credit and maximum transfer allowed. So available credit, there we go, and then maximum transfer, here we go. So you did not create any properties here. Pega didn't want you to do that. They wanted you to bring the properties you have already created, and that's what we're doing here. Okay, and since we're not going to need first name and last name, those are not part of the requirements. And I have to go back and I have to remove them. So let's take that off. First name, last name. Now we can submit. That's the first view. Now let's keep creating more, right? So let's go to form view. Okay, so let me show you the instructions for this one again. You're going to create a property called, or you're going to bring over a property called total transfer, but you're going to create these 4 properties, and these are going to be calculated fields. So we're going to be using an expression builder, and this view is going to be called transfer details. There's our view. Okay, so that's the one that we've already had. We brought it over. Now let's create the new ones. The first one is remaining transfer balance. This is currency. The calculated field. We're going to use an expression. Our expression is based on the instructions that we were given. That means it's account. Max transfer allowed. We're gonna subtract from that the dot total cost of transfer, right, minus the total cost of transfer. Okay, just double check. Okay, submit and add another currency field. That's going to be called currency expression. This is going to be property available credit within account. Again, minus total cost to transfer. There we go. Submit and add another. Calculated as current balance plus total cost of transfer inside of the parentheses divided by the credit limit. So let's do that in our expression builder. Credit limit. Okay, so I didn't put the parentheses in the beginning because it wouldn't let me use the drop down to call the property. So I'm just adding it later. Account current balance plus the total cost of the transfer divided by the account credit limit. Okay. Then submit. Last view is called form view, approval details. Again, we're creating properties. This is going to be credit score and integer. These are required fields. Oh, this is optional. The notes are optional, but the credit score is required. And then you submit. Okay, so at this point, you've created 3 different views. However, they're not being called anywhere. So you have to go back to the case and actually call them from somewhere. And according to our instructions, we're going to call them from the approval transfer step. To workflow. There we go. Approval transfer, configure view. And delete that. And they're right here, our views. Which ones do we want? The ones we created. Account details, transfer details, there we go, and approval details. There we go. Now these become read-only. Okay, so we pick from our dropdown. Remember, this is a record from a data page. Continue. Again, we pick an offer, a record from a data page. We enter our account information. This is a field group, basically an embedded data object, not a data page. So we have to enter the information here. Okay, let's continue. It does the math for us, we create. Now, the whole point of this was that the customer service representative can take a look at all of the selections from the user. Now we go to the approval process, which is not going to be from the user anymore because we already have his information. It's going to be the view that the customer service representative sees. Everything's going to be read-only because we don't want a customer service representative changing the values that the customer is giving us. So you have your account details, your transfer details, and oh, this needs to be edited. I made that read-only by mistake. Auto generator. Save and run again. just so we could see the correction. Okay. Okay, and it's been corrected. So now that the customer service representative can look at all the details, take a look at their score, and then make some notes and approve or reject. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.